Yeah, I mean, as far as I know, everything's going well over there, and you don't know how successful it's going to be until you go. So, I mean, when we pull that event off and we do it, we'll see how it goes. But it's very important. It's a very important show for our intro into Asia, not just Japan, but China and all the other markets we want to go to.
Well, and certainly, I guess adding the lighter weight classes will help you there as well.
I think adding the lighter weight classes helps everywhere. It was time. The sport is now at a point where we need even more weight classes. We should have all the weight classes from top to bottom.
Would you do a super heavyweight or a cruiserweight?
No, none of the super stuff. No.
No. When is the cast for the Cruz Faber season going to be announced?
I don't know. It's done though.
Okay, so
the cast is done. Yeah, it's set. It's ready to go.
Was
probably the media day or. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to let fans attend the fights, but I might do the media.
Sweet. Yeah. Talking about Sao Paulo, is Sonnen and Silva, is that set? Is it actually signed on paper yet?
No.
Or you haven't been able to alleviate Sonnen's concerns yet?
No, but I will guarantee you that fight's going to happen, unless one of them gets hurt. That fight will happen. Huh? Anderson?
No.
Yeah, Anderson's coming in here to meet with me on Friday, so we're going to talk and sit down. He'll be at the fight on Saturday.
Just around the corner, we have Jake Ellenberger and Diego Sanchez. What do you think of that match?
It's a fun fight. I'm happy Diego's back. He's been out for a while with the knee injury, and now he's back, and I'm excited for it.
170 as well. I mean, staying at 170. Jake, I just let him look phenomenal.
Yeah.
So this is a fight I think
It's a big fight for both guys. There's a lot at stake for this fight. Obviously Diego Sanchez is a big name. He's put on tons of exciting fights for us in the last 6 years. Coming back from this injury now against a guy who's ready to, take it to that next level. So it's an important fight for both guys.
Are you going to have a third UFC pursuit this year?
A third this year? I don't think so. We'll go this summer, and then we'll be back next year.
What do you think about the last UFC pursuit?
That was awesome. I love going to Brazil. The Brazil fights are fun. The crowd is insane. Unbelievable. Good?
Can you talk a little bit about bringing the UFC Expo back to Vegas rather than Atlanta or something?
Yeah, it does well in Vegas, and obviously it's Southern California, Arizona, and all the places. And we travel this thing all over the country. It's always fun to come to Vegas because if you come in for the Expo, obviously the Expo is great, it's fun, but there's a lot of other stuff to do here besides. So we always want to bring it back to Vegas after we take it, traveled around for a while.
Hey Dana, what's going on with Gilbert Melendez? And is there any truth to the rumor that BJ Penn was offered a fight with him and turned it down?
It's not true. Absolutely not true. But I have been talking to BJ Penn. Talked to BJ Penn last week. It's the first time BJ and I have talked since his fight. He's just chilling right now. BJ just wants to relax and figure out what he wants to do with his career.
And as far as Melendez goes, any plans with him?
I'm working on Melendez. Melendez is all over my ass.
Do you feel like he's getting the press and media props that he deserves?
I think he's a great fighter, and I've said this a million times, and I'll say it again. I want to get my hands on Strikeforce. I want to dive into this thing, and I want to do it the way that I know it should be done and the way that I think it should be done, and we'll see what happens. And I think I told you guys at a meeting coming up last week. When is that meeting? I don't even know when that meeting is. Is it next week? No, you said this week. I said this week, right? So it's got to be this week. It didn't happen yet.
Now, earlier in the press conference, too, you said you were going to talk about the gladiator entrance.
Yeah. Are you guys coming over to the... Nobody's been told?
No, we're going to tell him now.
Oh. So here's what I wanted to do. I thought you guys already knew this. That's why I apologize to the kid that asked me that during the press conference. If you guys want to come over to a room, I have it set up for you guys. And I'm going to show you guys, and I'm going to walk you through what it is, what it means, and why I did it the way I did it. Yeah? So anybody who wants to come, you're welcome to come. No video, though. Can't video, only watch it.
You got a kegger?
Huh? Yeah, do we got food over there?
We got food over there.
So we got food, drinks.
You know how we do things. Come on.
We're gonna have
We
the
always feed
fucking
you guys.
the gladiator retirement party.
Are you gonna miss the Gladiator?
Huh?
Are you gonna miss the Gladiator?
You know what? The gladiator was cool for the time that we had him, and now that we're taking it to the next level, it's time for him to retire.
I agree.
That dude's bummed, right? The Gladiator guy.
Yeah, well, let me tell you what's funny about the Gladiator thing is when we first, again, like when we talk about this Fox deal, we're going through all these tweaks and things that you got to do to figure it out. When we first bought this company, remember we used to have flames and explosions and fun. We would do so much shit trying to figure out what the identity for this thing was going to be. And then when we got the Gladiator, I was like, this is it, this is perfect. So at the time when the Gladiator was there, it was awesome. And look at what it built into. I mean, when we go live and that show opens, no matter where you are in the world, in the arena, that fucking place goes crazy and erupts. He was some actor. We tried to find him. We've been looking for him for like a week and a half. We were going to do like this viral piece with him. We couldn't find him. He's probably fat now.
Not Dana.
Severance package for him?
Not Dana.
Yeah.
You said that that you want to get your hands on Strikeforce and run it the way that you want to run it. What do you think is not being done to elevate that brand? Not maybe to the UFC's level, but maybe to the level right below it.
Yeah, well, no. Why not the UFC's level? I mean, if you talk to anybody, people would tell you that they believe that Gilbert Melendez is one of the best fighters in the world. And there's a ton of guys. Now you got Rockhold over there. I mean, yes, these guys are great. And they could. I just want to do things the way that I want to do things over there. We'll see what happens.
So,
you guys know how I am. If I take the Strikeforce thing, I will dive into this thing 100% because I got so much free time. And, I'm looking for a side project.
right.
But honestly, I will dive into this thing and I will make it right and I will make it good and I will make the fighters who fight over there not worry about what's going on in the UFC.
Any way that maybe that you would turn it into that Super Bowl of MMA, where
I think there's
once a year,
there's some fun things we can do.
where once a year
Once we
you would
get
have
that
champions
thing
fighting?
Where I want it to be.
All right.
Cool? Cool. Want to go see this thing?